Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the 5 ways that a Taurus can become famous whilst providing some real life examples. Now this video is specifically addressing the sun sign, so the sun in Taurus, because it is your sun sign that can provide you with an indication into the ways in which you are seen. So looking at how you illuminate, looking at how you shine, and also looking at your self-expression. But furthering on from this, well, the sun can also really show you how you gain applause, attention, and appraisal for what you bring to the table consciously. But ultimately, it is the sun that can provide an indication into your direction, as well as your purpose in life. However, before we do get started, if you would like to know more information all about your sun sign, along with your sun house, and looking also at your Leo house within the natal birth chart, and your 5th house respectfully, then I have created a Leo season / archetype ebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link to that ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today. Alright then. So with all those introductions out of the way, Taurus, let's do this! Okay, so the first way that a Taurus can become famous is for their rhythm. Now, by definition, a rhythm is a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. And what you often find with Taurus people is that they usually have a regular, repeated way of doing things. So say, for example, a Taurus knows that they have to be at work by 10:30 in the morning. Well, that Taurus, they might have a certain routine that they follow before being at work by that time, especially if there are activities involved within that routine that really bring the Taurus comfort. Maybe, for example, they have their morning coffee, where it's like, I have to have my morning coffee in the morning. Or maybe they have to have that cuddle with their little cat, you know, they pet their cat in the morning to make them feel good. Or maybe they have to kiss their partner or their children goodbye before they leave the house. And they can be very good at repeating this same pattern or rhythm time and time again, right up until the point that they decide, or well, someone else decides, that they must make a change. Though, on that note, change for a Taurus can be a pretty slow process. It needs to really sit well with them. Now, this is not to say that they can't change, it just takes a little time. But you know what? It is this slower process that can actually be beneficial for the Taurus, because, well, it can suggest that a Taurus is going to be more level-headed when it comes to making new decisions in their life. But at the same time, a Taurus sometimes can miss out on certain opportunities due to these reasons as well. Whether or not the Taurus actually cares, that's another story. But if we do want to address this rhythm in terms of fame, let's take a look at some Taurus people who have gained fame for how they move. Take, for example, dancer and YouTuber and Taurus Jojo Siwa. Now, she actually became famous for appearing as a reality TV star on Lifetime's Dance Moms and also Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition. But then she went on to create a YouTube channel where she makes vlogs, where she dances, she sings, she acts, she does the whole shebang. So she basically gained fame for movement and for rhythm through the likes of dance, and now, well, she's an internet sensation. Also, take a look at Taurus actor Channing Tatum. Now, he first appeared in front of a camera professionally as a fashion model, but he got a big break whenever he starred in the movie, well, the lead role, in the movie Step Up in 2006. Not to mention, he also went to play as the lead role within the hit movie Magic Mike. Magic Mike, of course, is a male stripper movie, so also involving movement, dance, rhythm. And lastly, let's take a look at Taurus singer Chris Brown. He became known for not only his amazing dance moves, but also for his smooth voice and sound, releasing hit songs like Kiss Kiss and Forever. And according to a source, it was Tina Davis who discovered Chris, and she said, "The first thing that hit me was his unique voice." And this leads us on to the second way that a Taurus can become famous, and that is for, well, for their voice, for their ability to sing. Now this, of course, naturally ties in well with the first way, okay, looking at rhythm, but I kind of thought that the Taurus singers deserved a little section of their own. Because what we notice is how many Taurus people have risen to fame with the type of music that they create. Keeping in mind that Taurus rules over skills and talents within astrology, and the sun can represent the ways in which you create, whilst gaining attention for, well, doing so, as I have stated. Though on that note, whatever skill or talent that the Taurus has, well, it can vary. It doesn't necessarily have to be dancing or singing. It could be anything that they're skilled or talented at. But still staying here on sound and song, let's actually address some of these Taurus singers. First up, we have Adele. She, of course, is a very famous Taurus singer who has sold millions of albums worldwide and has won a total of 15 Grammys as well as an Oscar. And her first two albums gained her critical praise. Also, let's take a look at entertainer Taurus Cher. She rose to fame or stardom as part of a singing act with her husband in the 1960s, hitting the #1, okay, coming #1 in the charts with that hit song, I Got You Babe, I Got You Babe. I know, right? It's classic. And the thing about Taurus is that their vibe or their style, it just might be pretty damn classic. Or they can have something about them that is pretty classic. Though still, it was Cher that then went on to establish a solo singing career, and she even found more success with rock-influenced tracks, singing the likes of the global dance hit classic Believe. And another classic Taurus singer to mention, you might ask, Barbra Streisand. And according to biography.com, which is where I find a lot of the information for these people, well, she moved to Manhattan whenever she was younger and worked as a cabaret singer, and her Broadway debut led to a recording contract in a long series of gold records. Ultimately, when it comes to the likes of movement, sound, and music, you might find Taurus people gravitating towards these things. The third way that a Taurus can become famous is for their fashion and sense of style. Now, of course, not all Taurus people are going to be dancers or singers. Then again, they might be very sure of who their favorite dancers and singers are. But I digress. What you can find with Taurus people is, well, their ability to dress pretty well for any occasion. And so in this way, you can find famous Taurus models, or you can find Taurus people who like to play around with beauty and fashion. For example, they might enjoy doing makeup tutorials, or doing makeup on their friends or their loved ones. They might enjoy going shopping and doing fashion hauls, or they might be the type of Taurus who enjoys interior design, where they're consistently renovating or redecorating their bedroom or their home. So take, for example, Taurus Gigi Hadid, and she of course is a fashion and runway model. Now she has been on the front cover of the likes of Vogue, Teen Vogue, Elle and Glamour. Also, take a look at famous Taurus footballer David Beckham. Not only did he rise to fame for being a talented footballer, okay, remember talents and skills and things, but he has also gained much attention for being a fashion icon. And according to a source, he has been the protagonist in many campaigns from H&M, Adidas, Armani, and Dolce & Gabbana. And when we look to YouTube, well, let's actually look at Taurus YouTuber Nikki DiMartino. And she is a beauty and fashion guru, and she's actually collaborated with her sister, and her sister is called Gabby. And funnily enough, Gabby is also a Taurus. And the two of them have actually collaborated to create music of their own together. Though, staying with Nikki here, she has made videos titled the likes of Summer Lookbook 2019, 70s Inspired, and Roast My Coachella Outfits 2019. Another YouTuber to mention, however, who is also a Taurus, is Kendall Rae. Now, when she first started her YouTube channel, it was primarily focused on beauty and fashion, with videos like Beauty Don't Tag and 7 Deadly Sins of Beauty. But over the years, as her channel has grown, her style of videos has also changed and grown, where now Kendall focuses her content on more thought-provoking videos, where she takes real-life stories and she investigates them. So what she has essentially done is she has moved her focus towards the lives of other people and how they live. Though looking at the beauty side of things and fashion side of things, she's still into her makeup, she's still into her beauty products, and even when you watch her videos, you notice her interior design, how aesthetically pleasing all of it is. And this actually leads us on to the fourth way that a Taurus can become famous, and that is for being grounded. Now, by definition, to be grounded is to be well balanced and sensible. And someone who is grounded, well, they're going to be someone who is stable, sincere, practical, and firmly established. And what you often find or notice with Taurus people is how good they are at stabilizing their energy. For example, a Taurus isn't going to be that type of person that just rushes you or urges you to hurry up. They are going to most likely be patient with you. With that in mind, you should make sure that you're patient with them as well, because they ain't budging. And they can also be quite sensible in their decision making and pretty sincere in how they come across, especially if money is involved. So it could be suggested that Taurus people, they can be very good at grounding information that they are learning. They can organize things in a way that they and others don't get too carried away or too ahead of themselves. If we do look at Kendall Rae again, well, her videos are pretty well thought out, and she doesn't just jump to conclusions either. And what is further interesting about her is that she also makes videos about astrology and also different types of spiritual subjects too. With videos like lucid dreaming, trippy talk, and also, was I an ancient Egyptian man? My past lives. Basically, Taurus people can be very good at grounding information and presenting it in a way that is understandable. Plus, they just might present the information in a way that's realistic. So by that I mean not only to come from a place of theories and ideas, but to actually ground the theories and the ideas and implement them into the real world. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 examples of Taurus astrology channels right here on YouTube. First up, we have Ashley from KINO Astrology, and she has gained some fame and appraisal for her astrology YouTube channel. But if you look closely at her videos, not only does she talk about the signs, well, she grounds the information by explaining the signs in correlation with real life. So for each sign, she puts the personality, but also family, relationships, career. And so by doing this, she brings the theories and the ideas and she places them into the physical world. Even when it comes to her planet series that she's made, well, she puts the function in the title. So for example, when explaining Mercury, she put learning, thinking, communicating. And for Venus, she put femininity, beauty, relationships. Again, grounding the information in the title alone. The other Taurus that I would like to mention is Astrology. Now she actually made videos about travel before making videos about astrology, but what really stood out to me about her channel is her how to read your natal chart series. And she did this for 30 days and she titled it as a type of astrology camp. But if you go onto her series, you'll notice how she breaks things down and she explains things pretty well. And she also uses her materials and her resources to explain things too. Which, by the way, showing you how to do something is a very earth sign thing. And the 5th and final way that a Taurus can become famous then is for the things that they love to indulge in. The thing about Taurus people is that they usually know what they like and what they most definitely don't like. They can be that person at Starbucks, for example, who orders the same drink time and time again. Or they could be that type of Taurus that visits Greece every single summer, because that's the spot. That's the place that makes them feel calm and relaxed. Or that's the restaurant that serves that dish that they love so much. However, it's this enjoyment and pleasure that they get out of these things that, well, can sometimes result in them being quite gluttonous, being a bit greedy, a bit materialistic, and it can also result in them becoming pretty possessive of certain items and people. Take for example Taurus YouTuber Trisha Paytas. And according to a source, Trisha actually worked as a dancer and a lingerie model before she was famous, which fits pretty well with the first 2 ways as mentioned at the beginning of this video. And she even makes dance videos on her channel and she sings, which again, very fitting. But what really takes the cake, quite literally, is her indulgence when it comes to food. Because she is always eating on her channel and she even has mukbang videos with videos like Chipotle eating show and letting fast food employees decide what I eat for 24 hours. And if you want to touch on this possessiveness quality to Taurus, this might just come out after, I don't know, a breakup. And Trisha did date somebody for a while on and off, and after this breakup she has released videos titled "My BF Dumped Me and I Got Hotter." Oh yeah, Taurus people just might have a difficult time of letting go. But I actually want to finish off this video by looking at Taurus YouTuber Avocado. Talk about an overindulgent Taurus gaining fame for eating. But you know, whenever he was vegan, because he did used to be vegan, he gained a lot of popularity for his video Korean Fire Noodle Challenge. But of course he is no longer vegan, though he still does eat huge portions. And with that, of course, he has gained a lot of weight in the process. Oh yeah, there is no getting in the way between a Taurus and the things that they love and enjoy so much. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on the 5 ways that a Taurus can become famous. Now, if you have any thoughts and opinions on today's video, then please be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, that is a wrap with this series of the Fame series looking at the sun with astrology. Thank you to all of you who have watched, even if you just watched one video or you've watched the whole series, thank you for tuning in. And then, so with that being said, I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!